Hello, and welcome to the Dark Mount video review for the Power Rangers Legacy Power Morpher Green-White Edition. This is similar to the version that was released at, I think it was Comic-Con? San Diego Comic-Con? Maybe? I don't know, I could be totally off on that, but a convention. However, it is a less shiny gold on both the coins and the outer casing. The original Comic-Con or convention, whatever version, was a very, very shiny, shiny gold, and the coins themselves were, I think, actually gold. Or they were just gold-plated. Either way, they were incredibly shiny. These are more weathered, which is much better, at least in my opinion. No offense to anyone who has the other version out there. I prefer this. So in the set, you just get the two coins. You get the Tiger coin and the Dragon coin, and you get the Legacy Morpher. This is really awesome detail on the back. From what I understand, I do not own the original Legacy Morpher. This is the only one that I have. But from what I understand, this gold is also a little bit different. I believe it's a little bit less gold. It's like a duller gold. Again, I'm totally fine with that. I'm not a huge fan of gold in general, and I think this is a very tasteful way to pull it off. It's not gaudy at all. I mean, it is a little gaudy, but I mean, we're dealing with Sentai Rangers stuff, so duh. So this thing is very heavy. This is all die-cast. The coins are die-cast. This entire bar pulls out for the buckle is die-cast. I think this portion right here is the only thing that's plastic on it. Although all the internals are plastic too, so it actually might just be this bar and these plates and the coin. Either way, there's a lot of die-cast in this thing. It feels like it'd be a movie prop or a replica or something like this. This is a very hefty thing. It's definitely a collector's item, which is nice. And you also get a buckle, which can fit on your belt. It actually works very well. It's very secure. If your belt is tight, that is. If you are wearing your belt loose for whatever reason, it will sag forward a little bit, but defeats the whole purpose of wearing a belt in the first place. There's two ways you can put the Morpher into the belt buckle. These two tabs, here and here, correspond to the slots on either side of this. So you can either take this front ways and put it in that way, and it will sit flush in there. And from my understanding, this is the unmorphed status. This is when they're just all chilling out or, you know, doing whatever Z Rangers do. And then pull this down, and it will actually kind of pop it out of there for you. And then you can just grab it and pull it the rest of the way, which is very nice. Once you're done doing your thing with that, you can also put it back in this way for morphed status. However, that will sit out a little bit. That is in there. Clicks in. Just doesn't sit as flush. So, to turn this guy on, there's a switch underneath here. When you turn it on, you get the nice Mighty Morphin Power Rangers sound, which is pretty awesome. And then you can go ahead and open that guy up. And that sound is much improved from both the original release and I think the first couple of waves of the convention release, which was kind of a duller sound that you'll hear later on that only has one light up, and it's kind of a weaker king sound. And that was the only sound that that one made, which is kind of lame. There are a couple differences in the actual circuitry in here and the way it works versus the other versions, and I will mention that a little bit briefly later on. Well, again, another difference. When you hold down this button, it's the same button that you press to make that noise, and you can make that noise as much as you want. If you hold that button down, however, you get the music. And you notice that I do not have to continue holding that button. On the original Legacy Morpher, and on the original runs of the convention release, you had to continue to hold this button down for the music to play. Which is kind of lame. This one, you obviously don't have to do that, and you can cancel the music by pressing this button. And when I press the button, you're going to hear the noise that the original versions made all the time. Yeah, that noise right there, that little that's the noise the other ones used to make instead of, which is kind of lame. So I don't know if that was just a mistake on the other versions or whatever, but that's obviously much better as a sound. I mean, come on. So that's pretty awesome. To pop the dragon coin in, this back button, which fits in very nicely, will actually depress, and it will pop the coin out. If you hit it hard enough, it will kind of make the coin go flying, so be careful. Don't, smack your little brother in the face with a giant metal coin or whatever. Got this dragon coin. Now, if you look very closely, you will see that's the two black things that will pop up and push the coin out. There is nothing on this side and nothing on this side. And there's a clip both here and here. And those are what hold the coin in place. There's a small lip around the outside of the coin, and those kind of keep it where it is. So what you want to do is put it in either going this way or going this way, whichever you prefer. I'm going to do it down and to the right. And kind of just press it in from the other side. Apply a little bit of pressure that way, and also press it down at the same time. That'll push this clip in and let it pass over that clip. And you're not going to, stress anything or break anything. And it'll fit in there perfectly. You can just kind of shove it in there, but that's going to wear down that plastic eventually, and you will run the risk of breaking something, and that won't be fun for anyone. So, and then you can close it back up, and you have the other coin in there. So this is pretty cool. This is definitely a pretty cool little collector's item. I guess it would be fine for kids, although I would, depending on how young your kid is, this is pretty hefty. I mean, this is a solid chunk of metal right here. This is a solid metal. This is a solid metal shell. This is a solid metal shell. This is also metal. I mean, this could be used as like brass knuckles. I mean, this is something you could defend yourself with on the playground if you need to. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, horrible. Don't do that. That's terrible. But this is cool. These coins are also really well made. They have the MMPR logo on the back with some cool kind of scoring, which is very nice. And like I said before, they are a nice kind of weathered texture, which I think provides a lot more contrast, especially for the Tiger coin. It's really nice that this is kind of a brushed metal and then you have this weathered metal down on the bottom. I think it provides a really, really nice contrast that the gold coins didn't really have. And the Dragon coin I think looks equally awesome. It looks nice and hardcore, exactly how it should. I always really like the Dragon coin. It's my favorite design of all of them, to be honest. I know technically the White Ranger is stronger, but I'm a Green Ranger fan. So I'm very, very pleased with this. I think it's really cool, especially for the price. I mean, something like this, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago would have run you like at least $200. I mean, this is a really cool thing. The what are they calling it? Legacy line is really cool. I have the Legacy Megazord. I'm going to be reviewing that probably soon. I have the Dragon Zord on pre-order. This is definitely a cool thing. This is a nice thing that they're doing. This is a really well-made product. I'm very pleased with it. I think they improved upon the earlier versions a lot. The only singular complaint I'll have is that this sticker... Nope, this sticker was applied slightly crookedly. That's it. That's the only singular complaint I can make about this. So, that's a major thumbs up in my opinion. Especially for what I assume is a Bandai of America product. I actually don't remember. I don't know if this was licensed or whatever, but whoever made this did an excellent job. It doesn't really matter to me who it was. This is a fantastic product, and I highly recommend it. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.